Hi, ladies. Welcome to your pocket coaching in Well Valley Daily. I'm so excited to bring this to you. I have actually a sneak peek for you. And the reason why I'm doing this is because we have been working really, really hard for the last couple of weeks, just through the whole vision series of family and business development. And, going here and there with various topics, I really, really wanted us to focus on some key things within goal setting. And if you've noticed throughout the series, through the vision series at Well Valley Daily, I tend to focus mostly on goal setting. And the reason why I do that is because when we're under a lot of stress or we have a lot of things going on in our life, a lot of times we set big goals and then we feel like a failure because we never get there. But realistically, it's being able to take something and break it down so that we can get small wins that lead to big victories. So, I want to encourage you and give you a sneak peek. This sneak peek is me talking to you about how to prioritize your goals. And the way that I like to do this is pretty much you do a brain dump. And a brain dump is a way that we are able to get everything that boggles our mind onto a piece of paper. And this allows us to identify a root priority. Okay. So, in order to do this exercise, I want you to grab a piece of paper and I want you to grab a pen or a pencil. And I just want you to get ready to do a brain dump. Okay. So, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to give yourself 5 minutes to write one word. You're going to write one word for every thought. Okay. And so go ahead and grab your cell phone or, set the kitchen timer or something like that and put 5 minutes and no distractions. Okay. So there's not going to be any type of distractions. Nothing are going to be there or nothing's going to be there. And the reason is because I really, really, really want you to focus on those key things that pop up. Okay. You're going to allow yourself to freak out for 5 minutes. But instead of keeping them in your mind, we're going to pull them out and put them on paper so they become a tangible thing that you can see. And then from that moment, we're going to, once we set the timer and we shut off all distractions, when you're finished, we are then going to, okay, so you've gone through the whole process, you've set the 5 minutes. So go ahead and pause now to set the 5 minutes so we can, before we go into the next step, okay? Okay, so welcome back. And I want you to look at this last part right here. It says, when finished, circle the top three. So right now, I am going to show you on the screen what this looks like as far as your biggest stressors. So you might have put on here, bills, marriage, kids, business, career, health, dog food. Maybe it's getting dog food. You haven't been able to get to the store to get dog food. Diapers. Maybe you're working too much overtime, especially like being at home and all that kind of stuff. Medications. Are you on any type of medication? And, what's your health like? Those two kind of go hand in hand. And so I just naturally came here and I circled bills, marriage, and health. And the reason why I circled these is because 9 out of 10 of my clients, majority of the time, these are the ones that are sticking out as stressors. Now, the reason why they stick out for stressors, and it's oddly that they're put in this order, but let's look at the root here on how we feel, on things going on in our daily life, what's our mental health, what's our well-being, the physical health, all of these things. Well, it's important to have those because in a sense of taking care of yourself, because when you feel better, your marriage will feel better. And so your mental capacity, your physical capacity, all of those types of things, it just it gives you the ability to handle stress a lot better, right? And so on this end, it's okay. So this is really, really mind boggling for me that over 50% of marriages, they end in divorce because of money issues. Yeah. And so when you're looking at, marriage being in the middle, circle your biggest stressors. It's bills, health, marriage. And a lot of people say, oh, my kids or my business or my career. And those are more than likely things that you wrote down. Like maybe you're not happy at your job. Maybe you're doing things that are just not ideal, something that you wanted for yourself. And so you're just not happy there. So yours might look a little bit different than this. Again, this is just an example. And so the reason why I want to take you from here is I want you to look at your list. And on the next page, I want to introduce you to SMART Goals 2.0. So last year, in October of 2019, Well Valley, myself, and the team, we went ahead and we launched our first online course. And it was called When Vision Meets Purpose, #goals. Well, through the development and the process and looking what worked and what didn't work, I was led to, the last 5 months we've been working on how do we revamp this? Because we know what it is and we know what it represents and what it's for. How do we strategically make it better? Like what can we do? And so I'm giving you a sneak peek. I'm giving you a sneak peek of the SMART Goals 2.0. So here's the cool part, and I'm super excited to show you this. And it's just God is good. So for your pocket coaching today, I am showing you the SMART goal process. Now, here's the thing. This has been around for a very, very, very long time. Okay. It is not foreign in goal setting practices or techniques. The difference is that I've taken some for through research and understanding and education and all of these things and things that I've applied in my life, but then I've also applied some things, I've changed some things, I've implemented some things, I've added some things, and they're actually getting really, really good results. So the reason why I share this with you is because when you're looking at the key factors involved in when you're looking at the key factors involved in SMART goal process, and we'll end up talking about that more later, and because I have something to announce to you. But when you're looking at your goal, let's talk about health, okay? So your health is your goal, and your goal is, oh, I want to lose 10 pounds, or I want to run a mile. Let's say I want to run a mile, okay? And I want to run a mile. So in order to do that, we need to make a specific goal, okay? Now, in order to make a specific goal, you have to make it simple, sensible, and significant. So I want to run a mile in under 8 minutes within the next 6 months. Okay. Do you see how it's simple, meaning I don't want to run? I mean, the process of it is, right? Like not the actual running itself, but so do you see what I'm saying? And so then from there, you're going to look at it as measurable. Now, when it's measurable, this is the cool part, because what this does is it is allowing you to look at it as far as, is it meaningful and motivating? And I always like to look at it in this kind of context, because when measurable itself, and we'll talk about this more in the breakdown of what I'm going to talk to you about in the future here in a second. But when my clients are working on setting measurable goals, we make sure that they're meaningful and they're motivating, because this is where your objectives come from. An objective is, so I want to run a mile in under 8 minutes within the next 6 months. An objective is you breaking down measurable goals, meaning that are bite-sized chunks that are measurable from your goal, meaning that you want to start running 3 times a week for 4 weeks. Then once you hit that one, you're going to go to the next one, because your 6-month goal is to get under 8 minutes. So you're going to make you like a workout plan, right? You're going to break it down and structure it, and you're going to stick to it. And that is going to get you to your under 8 minute in 6 months, right? Well, here I want to introduce you to action oriented, meaning that these are things that as believers we do. I do. I've worked with my clients in doing this, and here's the reason why. Because prayer, planning, prepping, and proceeding are huge factors when it comes to your daily life. And it's something that we're already really good at, because we naturally were going through our day-to-day process. Thank you, God. I appreciate this. This is great. Just giving, and not just like, oh, do. I mean, in everything, right? In the good, in the bad, in the what is this, in all things. And so we have to look at applying that in an action oriented sense, because when we start hitting resistance in our goals and we start making traction and actually making progress, our little thank you, God, they kind of change. Like they need to increase. If you're gaining traction towards your vision, the devil ain't gonna like that. So he's gonna come at you a little harder with some things, and that means that your prayer life has to increase. Your planning understanding needs to increase. Preparing for certain things needs to increase. Strategically implementing seeking God. What is going to happen? How is this going to work? What are my next steps? We write the plans, but the Lord directs our steps. And then we proceed. We proceed with the planning and the prepping. These two, when I work with my clients, these two almost always work, and it's literally like a figure eight. I'm not gonna lie, because plan and prep usually meet in the middle all the time, where it's back and forth. You plan, but then you realize, well, I didn't prep for this. So then you end up back in a circle, and then you prep, and then you're like, oh, okay, let's plan. And then you go back and forth. And a lot of times, you can do prayer, prep, plan. I like to do prayer, plan, because when you plan it out, you're able to look at what is on the map, right? And you're like, okay, before I can bite this task off, right? And the plan, I need to prepare for that. Okay? A lot of times people will do all of this preparing, and then they end up having to stop midway because they didn't get the full plan. They didn't get the full picture. Okay. And then we proceed. Okay. And so that's why I hope that's a little bit, clear. If you have any questions, just, go ahead and drop it in the comments. I'd be happy to ask you. So then, or answer you. And then the next thing is realistic. Realistic meaning it's reasonable. You're not going to tell yourself, I'm going to run a mile in under 8 minutes in 2 weeks, and you haven't run in 2 years. Okay. They're realistic and resourced, meaning that it's realistic and resource, meaning that there's other options. So you've done some research, you've looked into certain things, and they're results based, meaning that you're going to be able to actually see the progression. You're going to be able to continuously measure your progression. And then timely, time-based, time-limited, time and cost limited, timely, time-sensitive. There's factors in that it's like, okay, so for the next 6 weeks, I am going to get up Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I am going to walk to jog for 30 minutes. Okay. Do you see what I mean? It's time-based, it's timely. Okay. I'm going to do that 3 times a week. Time and cost, it's reasonable. Okay. I could do that if I have to adjust my times and kind of mess with it and figure out what works best. And I always like this action-oriented stuff right in the middle, because prayer, plan, prep, proceed. Am I doing this because, like, asking God, like, what's my motivation behind this? What is the need for this? what do I need? Do I need to get shoes? Do I, and that's the next level. Do I need to get this? Do I need to get that? Thinking and processing all of those things. A lot of times we just do something and then we're like, oh, let's go here and let's go here and let's do this and this. And then we finally get everything and we're like, we wasted all this money and we're like, I really don't want to run, but I got some nice Nikes, I got some nice yoga pants. We didn't think the process through. We got the vision, the idea, but was it really from God, or was it just our imagination taking forth and digging us in rabbit holes, right? So there's the reason why I want to say this to you and give this to you kind of a breakdown of how to start thinking about your goals, is because I am going to be introducing to you something that I'm super excited to pretty much introduce you women to, which is the Well Valley Daily Women's Group When Vision Meets Purpose group coaching membership. Okay. This is the write, the heal, and the create. This is for women that are looking to write their story. Okay. You are looking to write the story. God's been calling you to write your story. You've been all of these amazing things. Now, the reason why I'm doing it like this, and I'm kind of introducing it to you kind of oddly, like kind of, okay, you know how it goes, is because Well Valley Daily is a free group. It will always be a free group. This membership portion for the things that I've been doing for the past 4 weeks, sending you a weekly email, the journaling, the videos, doing all this extra coaching things. Those extra types of things are going to be what is part of the When Vision Meets Purpose. And so the monthly call that we have, and where you get to speak and share your story, and you've journaled all week long from the workbook, and you've participated in the posts, and you've engaged, and all of those types of things, and then you get to actually lead a group, when we get together and all of that kind of stuff, like kind of the pop-up groups. And so I'm super excited for this to move forward. And so the reason why I'm sharing this with you right now is because I haven't shared it anywhere yet. Okay. This is actually going to be released on the podcast, the actual full presentation. Okay. This was just a snippet of it. And so because of that, I am excited. I am going to show you real quick. Let me go ahead and show you. Let me toggle these screens here just so you can kind of get an idea. And there we go. So this here, oh, I don't know why it's not popping up. That's weird. Maybe it's not time. So anyways, I wanted to share this with you just so that you could kind of get an idea. But it's an Awaken Leaders approach to effective goal setting. It's When Vision Meets Purpose, Goals 2.0. It is my introductory, it's a master class. Okay. And it will be launched on Tuesday on the Awaken Leaders podcast. So in this presentation, we will be covering how to prioritize your goals, 5 steps to learning about goal setting, which I just taught you, okay? And then 4 key concepts that will encourage your book and or business plan. Okay. So I'm super excited. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing. I'm super excited to share this with you. I pray this bless you. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. Don't forget to check your inbox because your email will be out. It's 7 a.m. and then your pocket coaching comes at 7 p.m. So I love you. God bless you. I pray this blessed you. And yeah, until next time, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.